my name is Julia and today we're going to be doing a nice after work energizing flow. So as someone that also works in an office, I understand the long hours of sitting can really get to you. And it's very easy for me as well to just like immediately slam the laptop closed and then just like go on, get a glass of wine, make food, or just like numb yourself in front of the TV. We've all been there. So this class is meant to just give you a little bit of time by yourself, just to reset, regroup after a busy day, I'm sure, and then just set an intention for the rest of the day and maybe even tomorrow. So you really just ground down again, get a little bit more energy back in the body, and then you can see how you feel for the rest of the evening. So let's get started into a tabletop position. And yes, actually, sorry, before I forget, for the end of the class, if you have a block or a pillow, bring that now. So just get that next to you. You can pause the video and then start again, and we'll all meet in tabletop position. So just starting really gently, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees as usual. And because we'll probably have been typing all day, let's just start to stretch out those wrists. So with the hands planted down, we're just going to slowly move from side and then forward to the opposite side and then back. Just putting a little bit of light pressure on the wrists here, just to stretch them out, get them moving again so it's not all texting and typing. And then switch directions. You can close your eyes here and really breathe deeply into this feeling here as you see if there's any tension. The wrists might be a small part of the body, but they do get used an awful lot, so please take the time to just send them some love. And then slowly coming to center, you can bring your fingers so they're facing to the outside of the mat, and then you just rock side to side. Again, you can close the eyes off, just breathe deeply here. If you'd like to take those little rotations as well in this way, then take that in one direction and in the other. All the while breathing deeply into the joints. Re-energizing with these deep breaths, as I'm sure we've not been actively breathing for most of the day, so let's just give it some love as well. And then if you don't have any wrist pain or anything, just bring the fingers so they're facing towards the body, and then tuck your toes under, and you simply rock back a little bit, but really be gentle here because this is quite an intense stretch. This also gets into the forearms here, so just rock back and forth. Breathing deeply here. If at any time you feel any pain, please come out of this and just continue with the forward facing wrist stretches. One more breath. And then slowly come back to center. Keep those toes tucked under and then just sit your butt back onto your heels and shake those wrists out. Now it might feel a little bit weird now, also for me, I've been working today, so it feels a little bit tight and already kind of weird. So just shake it out any tension here. You can bring your arms up as well. Maybe you want to shake out some stress of the day while we're doing this. And then slowly coming back to center. Now let's come into some cat-cows here. So back in tabletop, you inhale, drop your belly, open that chest through the shoulder blades and gaze up. And exhale fully again, bring that belly button towards the spine as you push the mat away. Inhale, belly down, gazing up. And exhale, showing some love to that spine, pushing the mat away. Exhale. 2 more, inhale deeply, dropping that belly down to the mat. And exhale, pushing the mat away. Last time, inhale. And exhale, pushing that mat away. And then slowly coming to center, tucking those toes under, hips come to the heels, and you guessed it, pushing your hips up, downward facing dog. Now again, maybe you worked out this morning before work or whatever, just take some time to be gentle. Our body can really tense up during the day if you've been sitting. So just take a moment here again, as always, bending the knees generously. And then when you're ready, dropping one heel down at a time. Breathing deeply. And again, just try to push through all 10 fingers here. So we're really trying to activate the hands and keeping all of the weight from dumping on the wrists here. Again, showing the wrists some love. We'll take one more breath here. And you can exhale, sigh out the mouth, shaking the head. Amazing. So let's tiptoe those toes up to the top of the mat to meet your hands. And then bend those knees generously with your feet hip width distance apart. Drop your head down and then just grab opposite elbow with opposite hand, and in a ragdoll pose we just sway from side to side. Now this should feel awesome if you let your head hang super heavy. So don't hold it up, don't look at me, just let the head drop. It's super heavy here, letting the shoulders drop. And this should be giving a nice deep stretch in the lower back. So really bend those knees and you can have your torso just touching on the top of the thighs. And sigh out the mouth. Feel that real release of any tension from the day. And exhale. One more breath in this lovely deep lower back stretch. And then exhale, sigh out the mouth. And slowly releasing the hands from the elbows, tuck your chin in towards your chest, roll your way up to standing, really gently here. And rolling those shoulders down the back. Keeping the eyes closed here, standing in Tadasana with the palms facing forward. Take a moment just to think of one thing that's happened today that made you smile. Whether it was an achievement that you made yourself, or something someone maybe told you or did for you, or something you read, or was inspired by. And with that beautiful thought, just take a moment to set an intention based on that feeling for maybe this evening, or if you're doing this before bed, think of tomorrow. And then slowly flutter those eyelids open. Hello. And then we're going to bring one knee up to the chest at a time, so grabbing the front of the knee with the hands and seeing how far you can bring it in towards the chest, and then just release it and take the other one in and keep going. So we're like marching here, getting a nice hip compression, really letting the hips move after being seated for so long is so important. Also building up a little bit of heat as you engage the core here. Also working on the balance. See if you can close your eyes and still do it. It's pretty difficult, but it's a good exercise for your mind. Okay, one more on each side. And then slowly bringing the right knee in towards the chest and getting that nice hip compression here. And then grab with the left hand the outside of the right knee, bring your right arm out to the back and coming into a spinal twist. So you need to activate that left foot and really push it into the ground as you lift tall through from the foot to the crown of the head, and that right hand goes out. Seeing if pushing through that foot can allow you to really twist even deeper. Inhaling and exhale. If you fall, don't worry, just come back. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to center and then release. Got me at the end. So now bringing that left knee in, getting a nice little hug there first, and then right hand to the outside of the left knee, and then the left hand comes out by your side. Now pushing through that right foot, and then inhaling, lengthening from the foot to the crown of the head, and exhaling, seeing if that allows you to twist even deeper. Inhaling, and exhale. One last inhale all the way from the earth to the crown of the head, and exhale, release, hugging that knee in, and shake it out. Amazing work on the balance. So coming back to the top of our mat, what you want to do is widen the feet out so they're at either side of the mat, and have your toes pointing a little bit further out and your heels pointed in. We're going to inhale our arms up over our head, and then exhale, sit your butt back, and we're coming into yogi squat, malasana. So you're sitting your butt back and seeing if you can put the weight into your heels. Don't worry if you're like this and you're on your toes, that's okay. Not everyone's hips are very flexible, especially after sitting for so long. But if you can, either way, Just bring the elbows in the inside of the legs and then bring the palms together, and as you move the palms closer towards your heart, eventually you should have straighter forearms parallel to the mat, thumbs facing toward your heart, and your hips are opening deeply. Close your eyes. Inhale, really feel your tailbone grow down to the ground, and allow from the tailbone your spine to grow tall and the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Straight spine. Inhale, see if you can bring more weight into the back of the heels, into the sides of the feet, and exhale, ground down. One more inhale here, and maybe exhale, sigh out the mouth again, and then slowly flutter the eyes open again, and drop the left hand down to the left side, and bring that right arm up to the sky. We're going to get this moving, so hands to heart center, and then right hand down, left arm up. Hands to heart center, left hand down, right arm up. Hands coming to heart center, and then right hand down, left arm up, stretch. Hands coming to heart center, and now we're going to work through the legs and power up to standing, and reach those arms up. Let's do this 5 times, squat to standing. So exhale, coming down, hands to heart center, squat down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, really breathe deeply here. Inhale up. 2 more, exhale. Inhale up. And last one, exhale. Inhale to standing. And then exhale, coming back down to your malasana. And then sit your hips back. And let's find a core boat pose. So bringing the hands to the back of the thighs, rolling the shoulders down the back, get that long spine that we just had in Malasana, and lift the feet up off the mat. If this feels good for you, your core feels good and strong already, then you can bring those hands out, toes to nose, and hands by the side of your legs. We'll just hold here for 5 breaths, so don't worry, I've started counting. 4, 3, and really feel as if someone's pulling your chest up to the sky to try and straighten out the spine even more. 2, and 1. Slowly release your feet down, hug the front of your legs, and just drop your head down for a moment in relaxation. Getting a nice stretch along the back. Maybe swaying from side to side, really moving into the side of the back. You're building up a little bit of energy before we come into core boat pose with some toe taps. We'll be doing 5 on each side, so 10 in total. And then we'll go into some deep relaxation, so give this one your all. Slowly tuck the chin into the chest and rise up, straight spine. And again, coming either to the hands to the back of the thighs or facing outwards. And let's take our toe taps. So right, left, 3, and 2, just one more. And then bonus, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Release down, bring the soles of the feet together, and let's come into a nice butterfly pose. So relaxation time now. So butterfly pose. Open those soles of the feet towards your face as if you're reading a book. And then just roll the shoulder blades down the back as always. Spine grows tall. And exhale, hinging at the hips. And try and come forward with a straight spine. I like to bring my hands out like little spiders in front of me. Don't worry, I'm scared of spiders too. But it's your hands. And then just using this to keep the straight spine. And every time I inhale, I lengthen my spine more from the base. And as I exhale, I walk those hands forward. So I'm really bending from the pelvis and just taking your time. The more time you take, the more you breathe into it, you'll get there eventually. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale deeply into those hips. And you can exhale, sigh out the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. And then slowly walk those fingers over to the right side and feel that nice stretch along the back, all the way from the lower back up the side of the left side body. Breathe here for 2 breaths, inhale. And exhale, see if you can walk forward again on this side. Inhale. And then exhale, coming through center, taking it to the other side. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale, release. And then slowly coming back to center. Chin comes in towards the chest. And come back up with a straight spine. So use your hands to bring the knees together again. Plant those feet on the mat. And we're going to come back to lying on our backs. So arms coming out in front of us. And using that nicely warmed up core to really come down slowly, 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 slowly. Slowly, and maybe stopping if you feel a little bit of a shake and enjoying it. And then ready to move on. And then the back comes down. Amazing work. So bring those knees in towards the chest for one quick hug. Rocking from side to side. Getting a nice massage into that lower back. And then planting the feet down onto the mat. Bringing the hands down and seeing if the tips of your fingers can touch the backs of the ankles. Tilting your pelvis, not tilting your pelvis. This is definitely the end of the day. So then we're going to come into bridge pose. And then just slowly inhale, lifting those hips up. And just close your eyes. We're going to make this a really relaxed one here. So just close your eyes, pushing the hips up. Engaging the legs and the glutes. 4 more deep breaths here. So really inhaling, pushing through the feet, pushing through the hands and using your triceps. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We've got 2 more, so see if you can push your hips up even higher. And exhale. Last one, as high as you can go. And exhale, slowly coming down vertebrae by vertebrae onto the mat. Knees coming in towards the chest, amazing work. And then just slowly rocking and rolling up the spine to grab your block or your pillow, whatever you have here. And we're going to end with the legs up the walls pose. So the pillow or the block comes to that little plate that you can feel where your tailbone is. So it's sitting not onto the butt, but just above it. So it's where the hips are. And then you just let your legs come up into the sky. It feels really stupid. And if you don't have a block, please just put your bum against a wall and just lift your legs and let them rest against the wall. But this will be able to redirect some of the energy flow of the body. It's super rejuvenating. People say that if you do this, I think for 30 minutes, it's almost like 4 hours of sleep. So enjoy it. Maybe you'll get some more energy for the rest of the day. And I will leave you here because you can either stay here for 10 minutes, for 5 minutes, or for as long as you would like. So just close your eyes, allow your palms to face up, shoulder blades to rest down. Allow the shaking to happen in the legs, that's good. And just enjoy the silence before you go on to the rest of your evening. And whenever you're ready, just slowly bend at the knees, let the feet come down, release your pillow or your block, knock your knees from side to side, and then you're ready to get on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me.